It's really good.
All right, Mike, you want to take down?
Mike,
You got it?
I've got it.
All right. You see the freighter?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
There, just head for that freighter. And, you know, a boat like this,
Oh yeah.
that means it would be just off your port bow to be heading straight for it.
Yep.
That motorboat, well, we'll just watch it. But
Yep. He's going to cross our path plenty of time.
yeah.
Okay, Mike, I'm gonna take a really cool picture of you. Nice.
Well, I've got you on camera too.
Nice.
Now, last time somebody, maybe it was Jack, figured out how to work the sound system.
Oh yeah?
I do not remember how to work the sound
Was
system.
it something Jack would do?
Because that, he got us hooked up to his Spotify. But I don't know how to do it.
I forget, what's the tradition? Passing on the port or the starboard?
Really on starboard. So then you can head as close as you want to that green coast, and you won't run aground.
Okay.
Off to our starboard. You can head pretty close to that, but he's turning already.
And yes, the GoPro is active, so.
Yeah? Alright. It's on.
I said, I'm being sexist. I said he, don't be a she. All right.
Skip care time.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So while you do skincare, make sure this doesn't get tangled on its way out.
Okay.
It's right there.
Yeah, it just has to get non-tangled. I don't know where everything is.
This place is Jimmy Buffett.
Well, yacht rocket.
If you got a way, if you can figure it out,
Yeah, I'll give it a
there's
shot.
a good system down there. I just forget how to make it work. Oh, no way is that going to get tangled. That's like the tiniest rope I've ever seen.
That's high too. That's high Scobie's.
With what? With the...
You can't go it.
boats are cheating, Ted.
Cheating.
What's that?
Said these new boats are
I
cheating.
know they make it way easier. You could do almost one person can almost do everything. If you set an autopilot,
Uh-huh.
you can do almost everything from right here.
Nothing?
No.
No?
I don't have an attachment for it or USB.
Oh, maybe that's what Jack had.
Yeah.
What kind of USB?
It's just like a USB.
I might have one in my bag.
Oh yeah,
You got some? Come on.
Yeah.
You got something? Hey, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Whoa! Whoa! Not for,
Man.
this doesn't work for my phone, but it can work for yours.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
It works
give it
for
a
my
shot.
phone.
USB-C.
Yes.
Man. Look at you.
Wow!
That's how I got to charge a GoPro if it needs it.
What else you got in there, dude? My goodness.
Man,
Power, man.
you're a walking Swiss Army knife.
That's right. Scissors.
Think ahead, guys.
Us Zoomers don't tend to do that.
Us Gen Xers, we always left the house prepared.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
we didn't come back. Not till the street lights came on.
Right. So my neighborhood's turning back into that now. We got
Are you
the fun
Gen
bunch.
X?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you Gen
Oh,
X?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a boomer, I'm afraid.
I'm married to boomers. Nothing wrong with boomers.
Yeah?
My little 4-block part of the neighborhood now has like 30 kids. It's just a fun bunch. And like anytime, my son's got his boundaries, basically across the busy street. Like lights come on, they're back in, man. It's awesome.
We have been hearing tales of Gen Alpha.
Yeah.
What they're coming out with?
The Gen Xers approve.
Gen X is doing that.
Really?
Just gonna bother me if I stay here, or am I good?
No, you're good. It's just, it's a little sticky.
Like, what's the story
Yep.
of Gen Alpha?
The Gen Alpha are being raised like the Gen X were.
Want to get it out?
Feral.
There we go. There it is.
Then what are we?
Y'all were not feral.
Yeah.
I married a Gen X. Clayton's 47. That's Gen X, right?
What's a millennial called? Is it millennial in there somewhere?
Gen X is 65 to 80.
Yeah.
Millennial is
I'm 81.
80.
Am I millennial? But I grew up watching X Games.
Technically, you're a millennial.
I'm an old
There's
soul.
there's a
I'm an old soul.
little carve out that we call the Zennials.
Carve out.
Are you a Zennial?
All I knew is I grew up watching. I mean, from Annapolis, Travis Pastrana doing double backflips on a dirt bike.
My daughter was born in '83. She's what we consider a Zennial.
Yeah.
A Zennial?
Yeah,
Zennial.
too feral to be a millennial, but not quite enough to be a true Gen X.
See, we don't have much wind, so we're looking. No, that's good. I think if it picks up, it'll pick up from the south.
Yeah, Lillian was born in '57.
57. Okay. So you're 10 years apart?
15.
About
15. Yeah, Clayton and I are 15 years apart.
Yep. Yeah, I told her my favorite car growing up was always a 1957 Chevy. I got my classic.
Yeah.
You told her that? Did you laugh about that?
A little bit.
So, yeah, Chuck, it's because we are going faster than the wind.
Okay. Can we let it go, or are we trying to hold it?
I think you let it go. it shouldn't pop you.
You're not that tall.
Not that tall.
Head straight for me.
Bam!
You're not that tall either.
Anything's happening very
Knocked
fast.
over.
When there's a lot of wind, then you do have to worry about the thing.
You got almost a foot there, man.
I don't know about
Hey, can I claim more?
You could pull those. I don't know if there's a bumper. Yeah, maybe just pull it and put it onto the boat.
that. Where am I pulling the
Yeah, the
bumpers.
bumpers. Yeah, just put it sort of so that it's inside. And there's one up forward as well. And I don't think you have to untie them. Just put it on the deck. All right, now you see those telltales. When I find when I've been out for sailing for a few days, I know what the tides are doing.
Yeah.
I know what the wind is doing. I know what's likely to happen next. But it takes a few days. It doesn't happen instantly.
What are some of your other favorite places to sail, Ted?
I love sailing in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stunning.
of course.
Stunning. Challenging because there's lots of sandbars and they move and they're not where they say they are.
Oh wow.
So it's not easy, but it's gorgeous sailing. I love sailing around Thailand.
Oh wow.
Like around Phuket and out Andaman Sea. That's gorgeous sailing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens if you do get stuck? If you pull up on a sandbar?
So if we like suddenly we ground to a halt, pulled on a sandbar, I would say head into the wind, and because otherwise you're going to be driving more into the sandbar. So the first thing we would do would be to head into the wind, and if we could get off using sails, we would do that.
Yeah.
If we couldn't, I would just use the engine and cheat.
Oh, it's enough to pull it off.
Yeah. What I had to do in the Bahamas once, because we got so hard aground and the tide was coming down, to get everybody on one side of the boat, and we'd put the boom way out and have everybody sit on the boat, just tip it as much as possible, because then you're shallower.
Yeah.
Your keel is like this. You're shallower, and
that's funny.
And there we were able to ease off.
Wow.
But it took a while, and I remember one of the women was, because we had a bunch of people on the boat, all college friends of mine. One of the women was sleeping, and she was on the wrong side. And I'm like, Leisha, if you're there, you're doubling your weight in the wrong direction. Right. And she's like 120 pounds. And so her boyfriend was saying, yeah, you 240-pound slug.
Somebody's saying to the left of that marker, Ted, is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't go inside that mark.
Okay.
But we can, you can get actually probably pretty close to that mark.
What's the keel depth?
It is 4.5 feet of keel, but there's about another foot of water line. So to be safe, you need 6 feet.
Okay.
You can probably won't. I've never run aground on this boat, knock wood. Not yet run aground, but you probably could squeeze in where it's 5 feet deep. I almost ran aground. I felt this bump at one point where I was in the wrong side of a marker in really close to town, and like quickly we recovered, got on our way. But I've definitely run aground a lot of places in this bay. My father was a really big sailor. There's a regatta named after him. He won race after race after race. We have shelves full of his trophies. He was very much respected on the bay. And after he died, we wanted to put his ashes out here because this is where we lived. And the first thing I did, because I'm, captain, I'm at a pick up the patriarch role in the family, first thing I did was run aground. Boom, and I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, Dad. You know,
Ted.
no.
That's all right. Get it out of the way.
Slam.
Get out of the way. That's what enemies think. Get the bad luck out of the way.
No, but it was grim.
That's bad.
Is that not it?
Kirby, you can see how long that bridge is now.
Say again, Mike.
I was just telling Kobe he can see how long the Bay
yeah.
Bridge is now.
Yeah, it's super long.
It's insane.
And that's the narrowest part of the bay.
Yeah.
Because there's Ken Island on that side.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. That's where we were Saturday. We were at the base of it.
So,
That's a cool spot.
where's Delaware in the bay? Or is that
Over there.
Way up that way.
Yeah.
so past the bridge, I'd assume? Or?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You go...
Yeah, you got Eastern Shore, Maryland over here,
Yeah.
Okay.
and it caps out in the bottom of Delaware.
Okay.
In
The
fact,
beaches, the Delaware beaches, are very nice.
Yeah.
Rehoboth.
Yeah.
You
Good.
go
It's about
Route
another hour
50
from here,
and
right?
then you go down 301, I think.
Yeah. That's right. That's where we go.
Yeah.
Trying to convince my dad to have vacation up here this year.
Yeah. It's
So
a
I
good,
don't,
it's a good
so I
spot
don't
to
have
go.
to miss much work.
Bethany for families. Bethany is nice.
Okay.
Rehoboth, Lewis.
Yep.
I'm going somewhere in like May for camp, for cheer stuff, and then I don't know. It's like in the mountains of Maryland or something like that.
Oh, really?
Where is that? No,
Deep
it's-
Creek.
Western
I
Maryland.
think. Let me check. Well, I don't know. Like it's.
Deep Creek Lake
I think it is Deep Creek.
is a popular one.
Yeah, it's like a big tourist trap now.
Yeah,
It's
What's
Deep
the name
Creek.
of it?
Deep Creek Lake.
Oh,
Where's
I
that?
didn't even know it.
Is that up in
Western-
Past Cumberland.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. It's almost as far west in Maryland as you
We
can
were
go.
talking Harper's Ferry
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all those areas around
Yep. How about
where,
you guys?
where you live.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They do
Oh,
this
yeah.
vacation up there.
We
with my
love
wife,
it.
Yeah.
I love
My favorite picture of my wife is right up there, just sipping a glass of wine at Harper's Ferry.
Yeah,
It's so
Jefferson
peaceful up
Rock.
there.
Dude.
I mean, I'm disappointed because Berkeley County, especially Jefferson County to a slightly less extent, Berkeley County where Martinsburg is growing so fast. So much development. It's sad.
Well, it's probably right on the cusp.
Yeah.
If you're working in the city 3 days a week,
Yeah.
you go out and you spend 5 days back home, it's worth it, right?
Well, no, it's considered to be a veteran community. There are a lot of people out there that drive in every day.
Do they really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Take either 9 in or they go down 66 or over around 270.
It's probably minimum hour. and a
Yeah,
half,
we got the
isn't it?
VA.
Hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on traffic.
You are picking up speed.
I'm cruising. What we at?
You are 4
9 and a
knots.
half? Oh.
4 knots. The wind is 5.4.
5-4. All right.
So we're doing what we were hoping would happen.
All right.
What's happening is what we hoped would happen.
Well, you're welcome. I don't think I had anything to do with that, but. So where's the lighthouse, Ted?
So we can actually see it.
Yeah.
If you look just to the right of the marker,
Oh yeah, over there.
it looks like a pile of rocks.
Yeah.
That is not a pile of rocks. That is Thomas Point Lighthouse, and
Oh,
it's
very cool.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6-sided.
All right.
Oh, is that the famous?
It's a famous lighthouse.
Yeah.
For this area, it's the most famous one. And I think prettiest one. And if, I don't know how close we'll get there. We have to make a decision about when to turn around.
Yeah.
Well, we got plenty of time now.
I'm cruising now. What time is it?
It's 12:49.
Plenty of time.
Now, talking about the Bay Bridge, when I first moved here and got my condo in DC, I was looking for a husky, but I wanted a small female husky because I was living in a condo.
Condo.
Well, couldn't find one. Contacting rescues around, because I'm going to rescue one, I'm not going to buy one. And finally talked to this woman over in Delaware. She's like, well, I've got a small male. He's not quite a year old. I had to take him back from the people that I sold him to because she's also a breeder, because they were neglecting him.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll come take a look at him. And so I literally drove from DC across the Bay Bridge into Maryland, up into Delaware, 3-hour drive one way, to go meet a dog that I wasn't sure I was going to bring home.
But did you bring him home?
Oh, heck yeah.
You fell for him. You were like, boom,
So
you
cute.
fell for him.
I walked into the place. She had this one room that was no furniture in it, and I just got down on my cross-legged, and he basically just crawled in my lap
Yeah.
and was just loving on
you
me.
were lost.
It was like, oh yeah, he's going
You
home.
didn't have a chance for them.
Yeah, Rennie was like, yeah, he's going home with you.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
And I didn't have to pay a thing for him.
Yeah. You just
And he was a
attracted you.
full-blooded championship bloodline husky.
Nice.
Brought him home.
And he's happy from ever.
Oh heck yeah. His thing was he had major separation anxiety,
No, because he had this rough time.
neglected, all that kind of stuff. Now it's his third home really, considering the breeder is a home. And at first I was coming home. I would go to the office,
Hey,
come
hold this
home
for just
at
one
lunch.
second. I want you to see what the tide is doing. It looks like that's swimming upstream.
Yep.
That means the tide is going out. Okay, the tide
Oh,
is
interesting. Okay.
going out, and you can see it from there. All
Yep.
right, sorry to
Oh, yep.
interrupt.
But I was coming home from work at lunch every day, take him out for a quick walk, and then back to work. Did that for like the first month. Then I decided, okay, I got to stop coming home at lunch. So he's got to be on his own for lunch.
Yeah.
So I closed him in the bathroom,
Oh.
and I had his water bowl and food bowl in there, put him in the bathroom,
Like a den.
go to work. And at first I put a baby gate up. I get home, he's out. Okay. The baby gate happened to be the width of the door in height, so I was able to extend it out almost 6 foot tall. There was only a gap at the top like this much. He climbed out.
No way.
Third day, I closed the door.
Oh.
I come home, I open my front door. I'm in the basement level of a small building, fortunately. I open the door and hear,
Oh no. Oh no.
he had chewed the hose
The toilet
that
hose?
provides the water to your toilet.
Oh no.
No.
The
That's not-
entire
that's not pressure,
bathroom,
Yeah.
the entire bathroom is being sprayed with water.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I open this door. The hilarious thing is, I open the door. He's not visible.
Oh.
This is a 6 foot by 8 foot room. He's not visible. He's sitting in the shower, in the tub, behind the shower curtain because it was the one place not being constantly sprayed.
Oh. I bet that scared them.
Got him out, got him dried off, put him away for a few minutes so I can assess the damage, cut off the water at the toilet. The drywall next to the door had been ripped off. The molding of the door had been ripped off. Paint blistered all over the room.
He was not going to stay there.
Nope, not quietly.
Not too quietly.
Okay, fine. Get it all cleaned up and basically got him situated and sat him down and was like, okay, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're okay. We won't do that again.
And you didn't.
From that point on, he never gave me a problem.
Yep.
Ever. If he did something, I would correct it one time. He would never do it
Probably
again.
knew he was in trouble that time.
It was like, well, first off, the look that he gave me when he looked out from the shower was like, you're sending me away now, right?
Oh.
And it was just that kind of a look in his eyes.
Yeah.
And the fact that I didn't, he's like, okay, this is where I'm going to be. I'm going to make it worth it.
Yeah. Good. Wow.
And he's the one that converted Lillian, so she was terrified of dogs when I met her.
But she got over it.
Took him 1 week.
Filipinos eat dogs.
She doesn't.
But there's a book called The Dog Eaters
Mm.
about the Philippines. I mean, Vietnamese eat dogs too.
It's all
wife just
over-
puts the-
all over
my wife
Southeast
just puts
Asia.
the pot next to the dog when she gets mad and he gets
Puts it
it. So we have a Pomeranian who's like this big. So whenever she gets mad at him, which is always, she just puts the pot like bangs on the floor next to him.
You want to get eaten?
And somehow he knows.
You know.
Oh, I go in the pot. I ain't coming out.
Just like I don't. It's via Vietnamese, so I don't really understand it. But like all I hear is like chat in the pot. Like you're gonna die.
You want to die? So let's.
Yeah, what am I doing here, Ted?
I'm trying to see what the wind is doing.
Ted, isn't there an island around here somewhere that's slowly disappearing with some houses on it?
Yes, it's on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
There's more than one, but the one I know well is James Island,
Okay.
and there were houses on it. And I think one of those islands is complete. There were like 3 islands that were made up the James Island,
Mm-hmm.
and I think one of them is gone completely.
Yeah.
It used to be a sizable island, but it's erodes and erodes and just becomes eventually becomes a sandbar.
Yep.
But I think that there's probably more than one.
There's always more than one. But
Yeah. That one I grew up on. We used to go there. My father was a hunter. We would go and
I know that there were inhabitants there up until
Yeah.
I want to say like the 80s or
I
90s.
think so. I think that's right. Yeah. And then it just washed away.
Yep.
It's a sad thing. My father died hunting on these before. That was his favorite thing to do was to go hunting.
Mother Nature cleans it all in the end.
Yeah, there you go. You found exactly the groove. Now we won't cut it close on the lighthouse, but we can get up to it. Jump the boat.
I think you're up to 5 knots.
All right.
Dropping down a little bit now, but
You're a little too high now. So fall up just a little bit down towards the lighthouse. Now you can use the lighthouse as your reference to make sure you don't swing too much. But also you may have gotten a wind sheet.
It's good right there.
Yeah, that should be it. Now for safety, I'm supposed to tell you what to do if I fall overboard.
Okay.
And it's not that hard. First thing you do is you sail up into the stall. Like if I were,
cut your speed.
if I were overboard.
Undo this and drop the deck.
Yeah. Let's see.
Gonna give it a try.
That would be very slow if I'd fallen overboard. It'd take a very long time.
It's jammed good.
Seems to be, doesn't it? Huh.
No, it is jammed.
I'll report that. Because
Yeah.
when this is not jammed, this thing comes down. And then it makes it like super easy to climb aboard.
Yeah.
I think there's even a little
Ladder.
Yeah, that's it. But now it's jammed, so.
Trust me, if you fall overboard, I'll get it open.
Try not to fall overboard. It is still the other to get you, but.
Yeah.
But like if I did fall overboard, first thing you do is get it directly into the boat. And that's going to cause the boat to stop.
Oh, 5.5.
5-5.
Good.
Cruising.
Good.
Good little.
You can come up a little bit.
Yeah.
You should send updates to Jack.
Look at you, man.
I know, I'm that competitive.
Watch depth.
5.5. 5.5.
Oh, we got 5-7 on this one.
Oh, good.
Yep.
But if you creep
Ooh,
up,
5.8.
5-8.
Keep up a little bit, you're gonna go faster.
Alright.
Because you see the outer
KNOG.
Yep.
Or, yeah.
and you're trying to, your top speed is gonna be when you find the groove. And the upper are a little bit different from the lower.
Oh, yeah,
Shape
okay.
of the sail. And there are ways to adjust it.
That's pretty
There you
good.
go.
Well,
Yeah, now you're moving.
there we go.
But isn't that a pretty lighthouse?
Yeah. I've known people who've toured it before. and it's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Great thing.
Yeah, I'd like to do that too. I did it as
They're
a
very
kid.
limited, like
Yeah.
their tours, and I believe it's under the National Park Registry too.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Because I have my little park passport, and I think that's.
I
on
have a
the-
little park
Yeah.
pass, too. I love that.
Have you done any? I've assumed you've done some in the National Park or National Capital Region.
Yeah.
I haven't done any. I haven't gone to any of those games yet.
I haven't. I'm making the kids camping.
Yeah.
The kids they love the camping.
Backyard camping so far this year. It's funny too because they bring everything out of the house. Everything. There's so much energy. And it's not clean up and like practice. There's no energy. Just it's like watching them try to bring it like that was painful to
We have there's a tree house.
Oh, cool.
I'm jealous. But
You're gonna
getting
need to
them to pull it
turn.
up.
You're gonna need to turn.
Turn before or after? Which way am I going?
You're gonna need to turn to your port.
Shallow there, right?
Yeah, get in shadow.
Are we getting shallow?
Yeah, we're right at the edge of it.
Okay, so let's we'll do a little tack, and then we'll go out a little bit, and then we'll come back down.
Back out.
Yeah.
Just got to swing past the lighthouse.
Get on the ground.
Not a problem, because we're all in this together.
Right. And then so again, now you're looking at the blue ones.
The blue?
The blue are on the inside.
Okay.
I go here.
Oh,
So if the blue ones flop too much, then you're too close to the wind. So right now you got to come up a little
there you
bit.
go, more forward, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, did they make you guys watch the Forrestal footage in training?
I had seen it because my stepfather had just gotten off that ship a week before that happened. So just growing up, I know about it.
That's okay. You want to go just a little bit to the left. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now you want to. You're still going left, so you want to ease it back, and know that it'll keep going. Once you start turning it that way, it'll keep going. So then you have to bring it back a little bit again. There you go.
It's just like driving a car.
You got it now. You've got. Let's see what your speed is now. Your speed over ground is 3.1.
Got a motorboat coming up behind us.
Here, Mike, hide this one.
Sorry, it's on camera. Too late.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, we got it.
Mike's wearing his body cam.
All right, I'm gonna do portrait mode here. All right. Good.
The wind?
Yes, the
Now
lighthouse.
the what lighthouse right there. Wait, look at me. All right. Good.
Cruising, man.
Yeah, you are.
Cruising.
11.
Let's play some Beach Boys.
Now 11 knots of wind. 6.4. Your speed is 6.4. You're gonna give Jack a run for his money.
Yep.
And what are we doing on depth?
21.7.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're outside.
Yeah, we should be good.
So now we have to make a decision about when to head back. Isn't that cool? I love that lighthouse.
Very cool.
Pretty.
Beautiful. Isn't it one of the oldest on the East Coast?
Yeah, it is. There's another one outside of Baltimore that's not as dramatic, but has been there for a long time.
You should do the lighthouse tour. Go go down to Florida and then you work your way back up.
They're beautiful lighthouses all along the road. I've sailed from Charleston, South Carolina
wanted
to here.
He was super
Okay.
mad he couldn't come.
And I sailed in from the Bahamas
It
and
was my first time coming.
Fort Lauderdale, and then through the ocean,
Oh.
through the Gulf Stream to Charleston. We had a big storm. I almost killed my brother-in-law.
Oh goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was up in the bow. It's a smaller boat than this. He was up in the bow and trying to fix the sails, and there's this huge squall coming in over the Atlantic. And I realized at that moment, because he was up there going, I thought, if he falls in, I can't get him back. There's no way I can get back. And from that moment on, I had everybody strapped in. You know, you got to clip in, because if he'd fallen overboard, the waves were so big and the wind was so strong, I was not going to be able to turn around and go get him. And my sister would have killed me. So she divorced him later. She probably would have thanked me. But at that time, she still cared about him. So. Oh, you are moving now.
Yeah, we've got that.
7.2, 7.2.
7-2.
Rock and roll.
Video there, man.
What's Jack's number?
7-2.
7.2.
7-2. All right.
What's Jack's number again?
I think he hit
He's
7.8.
7.8.
7-8. Yeah.
There was more wind. But now we've got 12.6 knots. So this is not shabby.
Hey Ted, what about the boat right up there?
So it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just keep an eye on it, but we're not going to overtake it
Okay.
anytime soon, I don't think.
This is crazy. This is so fun.
7.3. Woo! Yeah, you found the groove. That's the spot.
Cruising, man.
7.4.
7.4.
Ooh.
It's like a Top Gun went over there.
Yeah.
that's like a Top
Right.
Gun movie.
7.5.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
The wind's picking up too.
Hold on your, don't come too far off.
Okay.
Just wanna keep the groove. 7.5.
Come on. Come on.
7.6.
Come on.
I'll take a picture of this. Yeah.
Good.
Man, we are zooming.
Yeah, we are. Let's see if you get 7.7.
Oh, 7.5.
7.5, yeah. We might not surpass Jack's record.
That's okay.
There's
I'm an
depth.
optimist though.
What's your depth?
Oh, my depth is 24/7.
Very good.
Wait,
I hate to turn around when we got this nice breeze.
are we at 7.6 knots?
You were.
7.6 knots. Not that we're competitive.
Not quote unquote.
Not this group.
Slowing down.
There's
Alright,
some
well,
chips
that's our
in here.
Oh, yeah?
Let's tack.
So okay.
So you tack, you're going to come this way.
Good. Yeah.
Okay.
They're really good. You try the chocolate ones? They're really good. Good, Mike?
Man, fishtailing.
Is that fun?
Yeah. Thank you, Dad. And then
I love it. when
So
it's-
you actually like you let this one completely go, and then not worry about it, and then you come over and basically retie.
Yeah.
That seems fairly simple. Like
But
I'm not
now-
trying to. I know it's very complicated.
Don't, you want to go to the right of the.
Oh,
You want to go to the right of the lighthouse.
Okay.
So I would say head for that red freighter
Okay.
in the middle of, it's in
Yeah, I
the middle
see
of the bridge.
Yeah, you were cruising there, buddy.
You were.
Man.
So we want to bring back down here.
You got the stance too, like leaning forward.
Hey, Kobe,
Yeah.
look behind you. You see your fishtail
Yeah.
on the water.
Yeah.
On the water, you see it?
And I should have. I
yeah.
I don't know if I did with the. You can actually track and see how steadily people's courses are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think.
Wow.
I can't
That's,
remember to turn it on. All right, so see the red?
yeah.
Yeah, head for that.
Okay.
So behind you.
Yep.
And this point of sail
Yeah.
won't feel as fast, but it often is just as fast. It just, because now we're on a, remember what this one is? You guys remember what that one is?
Reach.
Beam.
Beam.
Beam reach.
Beam.
Because the wind is coming from the beam.
I need like
Oh.
a cheat sheet right now.
Motorboat's going to pass in front of us.
Okay.
So beam, we're on a beam reach, which is a pretty fast point of sail.
Don't worry about
So
him.
you
Don't
stay
worry
in
about
there.
it?
Nope.
Okay.
So you're now you're going at 3.4 knots, so you're not going as fast.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going to be, he will be past us before you get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he'll leave a little wake. So we'll bump a little bit.
Sailing is a good metaphor for life, for sure.
I think so. And Mega,
And for retreat.
yeah, for the retreat, Mega talked about it as a metaphor. I thought it was a good one.
Applicable.
There's one quote by the Saints where he said if it was a captain's duty to preserve his ship, he would or never leave port.
Yeah.
That was his number one priority.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You have to think about more than just that. But there was okay, I have to tell you a sailing story.
Yeah.
So there's a round the world race. I forget the name of it right now.
Yeah.
Have I told you the story?
I think you didn't tell us at the retreat. Was this
Oh,
about the
maybe I
man
did.
who
Yeah,
who
that's the
decided
one.
to-
Okay, sorry, I won't tell it.
No, you can tell it again. Go for it.
Chuck, you were at the retreat too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
he
he was.
He was.
He
yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
He sat next to me the whole time.
That's right. That's right.
You know, I just love this because now a short
Seriously,
version
this is
because you
good.
know it. But the round the world race,
yeah.
he's down south of Australia, I think, and they get the distress call, and the guy's just holding on. He's barely able to keep his boat together, and the winds are 80 knots. It's tornado force or hurricane force winds, and he's sailing upwind, which is very hard in those conditions. And he gets the call, and it's a French boat's going down, and it takes him 45 seconds. He acknowledges this in the book. He doesn't make the decision instantly. It takes him about 45 seconds because he's calculating what's the chance that I will die if I do that. Pretty significant. Pretty serious chance. What's the chance I won't be able to find the guy? It's pretty significant. What's the chance I will lose the race that I'm now doing very well in? 100% chance. And he makes all that calculation in 45 seconds. He goes to save the guy. And he saves him. And he barely gets there in time. The guy's almost dead by the time he hauls him onto the boat. But when they get to the finish line, there are like thousands and thousands of people waiting there, not because he won, but because of what he chose to do. I just love that story because it's that moment that made him as a human being. Because he could have made an easier choice, but that would have been the wrong
How do you
choice.
even find something? Just
It's so
I
hard.
don't even know how that's possible.
So hard. You're in the middle of the south.
There's nothing to navigate. I mean,
No,
how
it's
are you-
terrible. It was impossible. The task was almost impossible to find it because the ship is down at that point. It's a little teeny raft.
I mean, like sailing around the world is incredible. Like that definitely shows someone's abilities.
Yeah.
But that rescue.
To be able to find him, and then even to haul him up, because that when guys like stiff as a board,
Yeah.
can't move.
Well, like you're talking about your brother-in-law that time. If you had fallen,
Yeah, my brother-in-law, if you
If
follow, I
much,
couldn't
much
have
less
done
could
it.
do, right?
You know, I don't have the skills that racer had.
the seamanship to just even navigate.
Yeah.
I don't even know that's possible.
But at least I knew my limits. I knew that if my brother-in-law went over, I couldn't get him.
Yeah.
And so, literally from that point on, because we had harnesses, from that point on, I said, no one is up on deck without a harness on, and you got to be clipped in to the lifeline at all times. And from that point we were. But getting through that night was really tough because it was these huge winds, huge weight. The waves were taller than our mast. So like you
Really?
go up, you're like going up this mountain of water, and then you're going back down the other side of this mountain of water. It was crazy.
Good.
It was crazy.
But
Yeah.
my dad's the same way as me. My dad was a helicopter crewman during the war, and I love being in the air. I have no problem with it. Like he's hanging out of the helicopters doing his thing. But whenever they're on a boat to transit, everyone laughed. The Navy guys laughed because he had his life jacket on. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm the same way. I have no problem being up in the air and looking forward. I've jumped and all that stuff. Just no problem.
Hey Ted, do I need to worry about that motorboat right there on the port?
He should steer clear of you. Because
Okay.
he draws a lot less.
Yeah, he's coming to our left.
He draws a lot less, and we are under sail, and he's under motor. And it looks, he's
Yeah.
Oh, he knew.
he actually knows the rules. And you just hold your course.
That, and he was probably just trying to get around the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Mega, you want to take over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for
All
it!
right, good. So now the trick here is steady course. Right now, Kobe was heading for the left side of where the bridge hits the land.
Yeah.
And I would say continue to head exactly that place where the left side hits the land, and I'm going to get a little portrait here. Oh, you don't have to worry about the ribbons as much now.
geez,
We're
Mike.
not on a beat.
Fabulous thing.
Look great, Mega.
All right, I got the portrait mode here. Yeah. That's it.
Such a
That's the
stance.
fashion. That's the fashion shot.
Yeah.
Now we are, one of the reasons we're not going as fast over the ground, remember when we were going out and we went by the piling and it looked like it was swimming
Yeah.
upshore, it was swimming
Oh,
upstream?
yeah.
We're going against a pretty strong tide now. So that means our speed over ground is
Very much diminished.
very much diminished. So our speed over ground is 2.4, but that is because we're going against probably a 4-knot tide. Which you especially feel in a place like this, like near the. Yeah. I would say let's get a little bit away from the lighthouse go a little bit more towards the middle of the bridge. Just we don't want to get. We don't want to.
You hanging in there?
Yeah, I was doing the song where. Hey. Oh.
Thought you might be getting a little seasick.
No, my mom got seasick a ton, but I never did.
So it's 13 feet here.
Knock on wood.
If you don't, you're not going to.
Okay, for a point. I did get car sick for a point.
It's another. All right, I'm gonna get one with. When we get a little closer, I'm gonna get you in the lighthouse.
As long as I get good pictures,
That's right.
that's my goal.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
I'll see what I do with this video when I get home.
Man, please put like again, put Jimmy Buffett to it. Trust me.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, you know.
To do what?
Just
Put Jimmy Buffett as the soundtrack on the video.
come
Why
on.
not?
Yeah. Don't worry
Why
about
not?
copyright. Just keep it unlisted and then just send us the link. That'll be fine. Do like fruitcake. That's a good one. Or,
Fruitcakes.
That's a or yeah, fruitcakes. Yeah.
So it's 10 feet deep here.
All right.
And then do or I was thinking boat drinks,
Cutting
but
it a
nah.
little close, but
I think fruitcakes is like the perfect like tone or beat. And that's kind of in my head right now.
I was down at Desdemona's
But I like the fact
Bake
that we're so
shop
close 'cause I
and
can get a good shot.
tackle shop.
This is even closer than before.
Yeah, this is even closer.
And so, in the summertime, there's a bridge down the street. So every morning we ride our bikes to the bridge, jump off. This is every day, like the entire summer.
All summer, yeah.
Well, and it wasn't until like 10 years later, one time I was driving across the bridge, and I got into the military, I came back home, so I drove across the bridge, the water line was low, and I saw these wooden piles sticking up. And it turns out years ago there had been a icebreaker, and just over the years it had broken apart. And so it turns out the whole summer we had been, I mean, right there, like by the grace of God.
And no one had landed
Oh
on it.
my God.
Because like you
Could have been pale.
Oh, it could have been horrible. Like I couldn't believe it.
Right.
That sounds very Gen X.
I always felt like I feel like God looks down and like just gives like little boys like a little extra
Yeah, because boys
moisture
do
coverage.
crazy.
Gives you some
The boys do
grace.
crazy stuff. Oh, we do
Yeah.
crazy stuff. Yeah.
Risk-seeking behavior.
Yeah. I have this theory that, you know, parents, if you get to the end of the day and the children are alive, you have done your job.
Fair point.
You want to see the Gen X guidebook, Kobe?
Yes, what's that?
Calvin and Hobbes. That's the Gen X guidebook.
That sounds fun.
Do you know that one?
I know that one, yeah. I never read any.
He is
Nice song,
he
man.
is hilarious.
He is hilarious. He is all trouble.
Chaos.
Good. Yeah, that's
exception
what,
of the Philippines.
yeah. Philippines seems pretty progressive.
Yeah.
Now that they got Duterte out of office.
Thank goodness.
Who?
Duterte.
Who's that?
He was the president before
Marcos?
Marcos.
Yeah, he had a very, very strict policy on drugs.
Yeah. And he was
Strict-
pretty anti-American.
Yeah,
Really?
although he and Trump got along. Mainly because Trump wanted to be more like him.
Yeah, he didn't like Phil Goldberg, who was ambassador at the time. A friend of mine.
The policy they had was basically, if you were a drug dealer, you were dead.
Yeah.
Drug use?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So we want to stay,
Yeah.
keep that, see that
You see the tower.
tower, the gold
Spire.
Spire, keep that to your left.
Okay.
A little
Yes,
bit
sir.
to the right of it, because otherwise it's pretty shallow in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's perfect right there.
Yeah.
And we might see some crab pots. Just keep an eye out for them. Try not to run into them.
Yes, sir.
Because they get wrapped around the rudder.
I know that, like, you said about the drug dealers and things. So how do you guys deal with these countries that, like, I know that a lot of, like, our ambassador work, like, that's where we come to a head about human rights violations and things. And I know that, how do you deal with that? Or how do you tackle that? Or attempt to tackle?
Well, it's best if you have leverage.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, I mean really.
After a couple of years, he just went up to a big guy. Back home.
Okay, now it's time for some
Yeah, some yacht rock. Yeah, part of the theme of that yacht rock series. One of the episodes is when Kenny Loggins, who used to be very smooth in the '70s, went danger zone for Top Gun. You know, so he's this edgy guy. They're all like, "Kenny, what happened? You changed, man."
I don't know. He did Caddyshack before then.
Yeah. That wasn't really hard rock, though, was it? I don't remember the soundtrack.
I wouldn't call that hard rock.
The danger zone is
it-
much different than like. What's some of the '70s stuff? I forget now.
I don't remember half the '70s stuff. So.
At some point, if you want just some like mind-numbing but kind of comedic programming, we'll watch an episode through this yacht rock. I think it's hilarious, man.
But he did Caddyshack, Footloose, and
Yeah, Footloose.
Danger Zone.
That's right.
That one was definitely more rock than
Jeez.
laid back.
Yeah.
The other guy that did a lot of soundtracks in that period, Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams. So one of the guys that worked with Vietnam. Do you remember Buddy Newell?
Yeah.
Do you remember his wife Dia? So one of our lead kind of researchers, if you will, the office in Vietnam. We look for missing in action, DDA, the acronym now. Anyway, Buddy's been away for like 30 years. And his wife Dia, from Saigon originally. So like this is back like the '90s. That probably you were there.
Because a lot of powerful people who are empowering Indonesia, they already have like a land or businesses in that area, so that expedites the process.
Okay. Interesting. Like it's basically like having different industries and infrastructure.
So you know.
Oh, I hit the button. I hit the throttle.
that right there is Severn Sailing Association. That's where I learned how to sail. I learned on 420s. First turtles, which are like little round tubs. But yeah, they have a main and a jib, but they turn upside down. It's turning turtle, and then you have to like pull them out of the water. And then at 420s, which are more sophisticated and actually have spinners. But it was a great place to learn to sail. I loved my children. And right through there's kind of Japanese like pagoda.
Okay.
That is the yacht club. Annapolis Yacht Club. For many years, my dad kept us lived there. We would come in Wednesday night races. The finish line is just in front of the Spot Creek Bridge, and he would win a lot of times. We'd be the gun when he would win. It's quite exciting.
So where do you want me to squeeze in through?
So keep
Straight
that
ahead.
little green buoy to your left.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna turn around?
No, we can go in a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to see it.
Yeah, please.
And those are all moorings. The harbor's full of moorings. So you pay a couple bucks, look up to one of those for the night. I don't think it's more than a couple bucks now. That looks like a laser, and those are really fast boats. Racing. So and there, with the curved roof, that's the athletic center, and it has a great skating rink. Wonderful ice skating
That's right.
rink.
Big climbing wall up there too now.
Climbing wall?
Yeah.
When I was growing up, we would go there to skate.
Yeah. I've been there 20 years, so funny. It was an awesome experience. The 6 months I got to spend out here. It's funny. I don't really stay in touch with anyone from the Air Force over the years, but just,
Maybe you do?
Yeah, just even when I was at the Pentagon, there's two guys in my shop that live in the same hallway. That 20 years ago I was here. It was interesting.
I know a couple of you guys. You're actually
All right, come up just a little further. Not so close that you hit the green buoy, but
yeah.
I forgot how big Bancroft Hall is.
yeah. It is a beautiful campus. Stunning campus, I think. St. John's College is across the street.
Right.
That's really interesting. That's one of the oldest colleges.
And I love that
in the United
dynamic,
States.
how different.
Yeah, St. John's College. Everybody has long hair and it's very relaxed.
Both hippies. I think both sides kind of play it up a little bit too, like
Yeah.
difference, but it's all good. And I also I love Annapolis how it's in the community.
Yes.
Air Force, Colorado Springs, and West Point are separated, from town.
No, Annapolis is like Navy, St. John's College. It's all integrated. It's part of the beauty.
That's right.
It feels,
That's right.
yeah, it feels very small.
It's
Even
very
though-
small.
Even though it doesn't probably look very small.
No, it is small. It's probably downtown Annapolis. I mean, Anne Arundel County is probably pretty big, but downtown Annapolis, I'm sure, is less than 500,000.
What's how many?
Less than 500,000.
Oh, well. I was thinking smaller than that. They're just like,
Well, it used to be like when I was growing up, it was 75,000. I
Yeah.
think it's a lot bigger than that now. It's probably 250, 300. So there, that street that goes up to Church, that is Main Street.
man,
That is Main Street in Annapolis. And I used to work at a bookstore there. It's awesome. It's a good place to grow up. And my sisters and I all worked in the market house. One sister sold ice cream, one sister sold cheese, I made sandwiches. One or other. We all had summer jobs.
That's
in the market house.
But it's a cool place to grow up.
It's a good place to grow up. there's a up really fast. You hit the bridge. See, I'd have everything ready. And my dad was always skipper. And he was like, everything's ready. The moment we hear the gun, spinnaker goes down.
You said the same with Gallagher. He's gonna do his job as good as he could.
He's fantastic.
I love him.
He and she both. There was a time. So I was about to make a big mistake as an investor. I was really mad at the Vietnamese about something, and I had plans for vengeance. And
Tell what you want me to do about that. But
so why don't you go in on this side of that green thing?